Dyson, for God, Bella. Oh my goodness, this is just like a daily thing. It's starting to like wear a bit thin now. I'm feeling that like I come out every day and I'm like, for God's sake. I've also noticed, so Lowen's at preschool, so I'm trying to get this done. I've just had the electrician in, just to basically do like the checks on the stuff, and I was like, look, whatever needs doing, like we can sort it. Do you know what I mean? So just showing him around all the electrics, and as I'm like, we've done the inside now. Basically, my house is very lived in, right? So when they sort of phone to say the electrician's gonna be there at like 20 minutes, I'm like, fuck. Joe needs to like wash the dishes, hoover the house, put Lowen's toys away, make the bed, you know, crazy rush. Just dropped Lowen to preschool, came home, had to do all of that. A fucking dog is worse than Indy was. Fuck off, Dyson. You're so proud of yourself. Come here, look at his little smile. He does this little snarl thing, which is like a Springer thing actually, when they sort of like curl their lip. Anyone that didn't know him would think he's like snarling at you. He's not. He's just happy. He's smiling, not snarling. So anyway, I'm walking around the electrician. I'm like, right, okay, that's the inside of the house. Excuse the mess. Bear in mind, it was a darn sight better than before he fucking turned up. I've then gone into my shed and I'm like, I've got some electrics in the shed. Now this shed, I botched, right? So I've got to fix it up. But right now, this shed is for my geese. So it's just shit ice. I've got to muck this out, bear in mind, right? So I've come in here and I'm like, excuse the mess. I've got plug sockets there. I'm like, oh my God, Joe needs to like tidy this up. Cut up a load of wood yesterday. That's there. And then we've gone out in here and I'm just like, you know, it's like when it's your own mess, you don't notice it, do you? You kind of like, occasionally you do. You're like, bloody hell, that's a mess. But you can almost put it to the back of your brain. Like, I'm just going to store it back there because I work around it. So now we've come out right into my feed store. Now this is the original feed store the horses broke into. I'm going to be really embarrassed and I can't believe I'm going to show you this, right? But literally, as you walk in the door, what a mess. What a mess. So my rugs normally hang up there on that rail. They're all on the floor. It's like when I finish mucking out and I've got Lowen with me, I'm literally like just throwing everything, just chuck it in, out the way, lock the door, close the door, forget about it. Right, so I've got all of this, right, mess. Hay nets, not even hung up. The bridles are here. Come back into my feed room. State of it. So I have got like plug sockets here, and a light in this room. So, and then like my tack sort of like there. Guys, it is such a fucking mess, right? I'm like a little bit embarrassed showing this electrician around. And then I'm thinking, I need to tackle this. Not only that, I've been totally putting off mucking out the field shelter. Terrible horse management, I know. So Dyson! I've been putting off mucking out the field shelter because I've been focusing on getting the yard mucked out. So now it's got to this state where I've really got to tackle this today. And then Jack's stable, which they're just fucking going there and shit. It's like they use it as a toilet, like they haven't got 5 acres to just go outside and shit on. Like, look, literally shit. It's never ending. Anyway, by the time I've done everything, right, I've fed the horses, done their water, mucked out the yard, like, I'm knackered and then I'm running around after my 3.5-year-old. And I feel like no other jobs get done. So roll on spring when the horses aren't stood in the yard with ample haylage. They will have ample haylage, but in the field. Nice! Fucking hell! But in the summer, right, apart from the flies, which I'll be moaning about, the ground's dry. I can't have... Dyson! Seriously! Fucking hell! I lost Indy and that prick! Honestly, Indy used to do my head in, right? Indy used to do my head in with her barking, right? But my God, I thought it'd be a quieter life without her. It's not. He's up the ante, man. He's literally someone else, that dog. Okay, Joe, find your zen. I should be relaxing. In this time when Lowen's at preschool, I should be sat on my ass watching Judge Judy. But I'm not. I'm trying to do this. So when my son comes home from school, he's not got to be out here with me. We can be doing other things. So in the summer, the ground's all dry. Now, if I was going to put a hay feeder out in that field, it would be so muddy around. They'd end up with mud fever. You know, it's just not ideal having the hay in the field in the winter because it's muddy. This underneath the carpet is hard standing, so the horses can come in, stand, help themselves, dry their legs. They're not stood in mud, so they only get muddy when they go in and out of the field. And it seems like the last few weeks they've barely been out in the field. They literally just stand here eating shit like for like 23 hours a day. Roll on spring, because I'm literally like, please ground dry up enough so I can get my round feeder, put that in the field and not have to muck out every day. And when I'm not mucking out every day, then I might have time to do all the other fucking jobs around the place. Anyway, I'm ranting. I don't know what time it is, but I've probably got about 20 minutes. I'm going to do some more mucking out before I pick up my son from school. And guess what? I am going to pick him up in my wellies today, because I ain't getting changed. I'm just going to pick him up stinking of bullshit. Also, I whinge about it, right? I do whinge about having to muck out my horses. I do. It gets to this time of year, you know, it's every day, 6 months mucking out. It's hard work, right? I'm not going to lie, it is. And I do whinge about it. But then I get people that comment on my videos and they go, oh, well, you shouldn't have 7 horses if you're struggling. I don't know why I've just done a Bristolian accent. But they whinge. They're like, do you know what? People have kids and they whinge about kids, yeah? You're not going to say to them, get rid of your kids, are you? No. We're all allowed a bit of a moan sometimes. And I want a little bit of a moan. And if you don't want to listen to it, then just don't watch my shit, because for the next few weeks I'm probably going to be moaning a lot. Actually, just on the yard, I've got, what time is it? I've got to go. I've got to go and get Lowen now. So I don't even have 5 minutes to spare. So I haven't even touched the yard again. I haven't even done the stables yet. Hey, sir. I've got this bit of shit left to pick up later. Oh, the carpet's wearing a bit thin now in places. But the plan was really, when I had the carpet put down on top of the stone I just had done, was so that the stone was really compact underneath the carpet. Well, that was the plan. So it's kind of done that job. The horses knocked the coat on the floor, so now that's covered in mud. And I was like, oh, I just want to go get Lowen, like, as I am, like, in my wellies looking like shit. And then they got my coat disgusting. And I'm thinking, oh, now, if I put on, like, a decent coat, do you know what I mean? Like a smart coat, not a horsey coat, I'm going to just look like a grubby bitch. Do you know what I mean? At least if I'm wearing, like, a horsey coat with wellies, I look like I've been doing my horses. Whereas if I put on a smart jacket now, I'm just going to look like a day bitch. Anyway, I'm going to go now. And put the dogs away and get my child. This is so cute. He does this every time. He presses the little button and he waits for it to go green. Just think it's cute. There it is. Red means stop, exactly. Press the button then. Good job. Red means stop. And green means go. Go. Do 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 do. Look at the man. Good boy. So the ground is drying up. Right, we've got mud, but can you see this is like stodgy mud now? Whereas in certain areas like the gateways, it's like wet mud. It's like suction. You'd lose your wellies. It's that bad. Anyway, came home from school. Lowen wanted to get the red quad out to go for a drive, so I attached my Harris panel to the back of it, and we've just done the fields, and this is the result. And I think it looks bloody fabulous. So we've gone right down. I've also did a bag of ragwort as well. I took a bag down on my rag fork, and there's like some bits of ragwort, so we've done that. Yeah, it looks like I've ploughed my fields, doesn't it? But no, to be fair, it's knocked off all those ruts. It's smoothed off. Lowen, what are you doing? So yeah, that's a good job done. It also pulled up a load of the moss. Like, this ground's quite mossy. So anyway, I'm delighted with it. So that's a job done. Isn't it, Lo? Job done?
Yeah.
Should we go inside now? So this bit I can't even start, right, because it's so wet. You can see like where the horses, like there's flat areas, the horses have like been lying down out here. But yeah, I'm not going to contemplate this until this really has dried up a bit, because it will just like plough it. Behind my muck heap there, the other side of that fence, other side of the hedge, the horses are. That's the field I did last time. So that's, you know, yeah, the horses have galloped around and churned up a bit, but nowhere near as bad as it was. So yes, roll on spring. So come on spring, where are you? Where are you, spring? So yeah, stodgy mud. Lowen's not losing his wellies. Stodgy mud. It's not. They're not. Your wellies aren't getting stuck, are they, Lowen?
Yeah.
They're making. I can't get my words out. Is that we're able to walk on top of it now, aren't we? As opposed to getting stuck in the squelchiness of it.
All done.
All done. That's right. Finished mucking out the yard. I've taken like 2 wheelbarrows out of the field shelter, and yeah, I'll just tackle that over the weekend now. I just want to shut that gate before a horse gets tangled up in it. Anyway, all done for a day.